So, I've been listening to the Song of Songs for, 4 or 5 days now? Not like all day, but like, if I listen to it like 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times today tops. Yesterday, probably double that. Day before, same. Day before, a little less. Day before, all day. Yeah. I think y'all might panic if you realized how much of it was addressed to me. I might write it out and annotate it and explain what things mean. I don't know. Maybe, probably not. Maybe if the Jews have been nicer to me up until now. Like, the only decent one's Daniel. Well, that's not true. Not the only decent one. That's not true. There's a bunch that are decent. But those that I've reached out to for help regarding this, nothing but neglect and contempt. So, fuck y'all. You figure it out. Maybe I'll explain it later. So yeah, the whole sitting in a field and studying thing, that's working out real good. I'm learning a lot. I didn't realize there was this much. Safaria, whoever designed you, you have been so helpful. Your app has been so helpful. If it was made by Jews, they're officially the most helpful. I paid for the second tier donation thing for it, whatever that was, and then I did in honor of Daniel, because who better to honor than a king, or future king, You guys have no idea how much I'm finding. I wish I'd been doing this the whole time. We might have the temple by now, or at least I might know Hebrew. I reached out to some people, sent them an email. Let me see if I can find the email and I'll just read it to you. I sent it to scribe@jerusalemscribe.com. Greetings. Might be the dude that Jews keep praying for the arrival of. Don't want to talk about it. Jews have been quite cruel to me thus far. Not here for a social call in the slightest. No longer reaching out like that to anyone anymore. Which brings me to why I'm actually here. I switched the computer, the font changed, it's very visible in the email. And then I was like, can you provide a link to a site like the one that's below that isn't skewed by idolaters? It was HebrewForChristians.com, and it was their Hebrew alphabet explaining it, and it's got a lot of the details I need to learn, but they skew it with fucking Christianity. And that shit pisses me. So I was like, can you provide a link to a site like the one below that isn't skewed by idolaters? The link. And I was like, it's fine to say no or tell me to fuck off. Those are just fine options for you to choose. However, a single pebble placed in my path as an inconvenience will be answered for before you enter the temple with potentially real consequences. I meant to say lethal, not real. And it's not even lethal, it's like absolute destruction of your soul. It just goes back to him. That's if you're found to have too much poison within you. It just gone. You're done. Because that's my job. And I'm it's up to me to protect the steps of his faithful. The steps leading up to the temple. I am not to let people up it that are not there for the right reasons. And then I go on to say, I'm done fucking around with being nice only to be treated like shit by those I've been tasked with fucking helping. If he wasn't pushing me, I would walk the fuck away from you all for how you have treated me thus far. I get that I needed to go through it to understand the abuses and neglect he has suffered at the hands of his chosen. I get that, I do. But it doesn't make it suck any less than those 5 years I spent in exile in shitty cabin in the Northwoods of Minnesota just to get a hint of how lonely he is. And I put the emphasis on the he because it's capitalized for the big man upstairs, the big entity upstairs, the big entity that we exist within. So I will make you this deal, since I can't get a Jew to lift a fucking finger for me otherwise. Provide me with the requested info so I can continue to teach myself, and you, there's an asterisk, may ask me questions, as many as you wish, in 2 emails. Ask, I respond, ask follow-ups, that's it. And the asterisk is whoever got stuck with monitoring the email account. I'm having deja vu. Did I already do this in a video? I go on to say, I could care less if you believe I am the dude. Quite frankly, after a rabbi who is also a mental health practitioner, who I chose because he is both, decided I couldn't possibly be the dude without so much as a conversation with me, and only what his secretary decided to forward, like, what the fuck, you have 2 fucking jobs and failed miserably at both. I have started to question the worth of the Jews as a whole after that experience, but he assures me I should continue. So I don't argue, because I love him that much. And I opened a case with the Beit Din of America recently to try and get Jews to at least not treat me like a fucking leper, for fuck's sakes. Can you feel my anger spilling through? I hope so. I'm coming, and I'm fucking angry at how I've been treated by the Jews. Be different. And then I signed Highest Priest, Larkin, Eohak, Ben Yosef. I've removed the Ben Yosef from here on out. It's just going to be Larkin, Eohak. And then I go, I realize it's Shabbos. I'm a pretty shitty Jew. Hell, I haven't even converted yet. I gotta start at 0 with a hell of a shitty backstory and turn into a super Jew in order to show people that it's possible. And there are no excuses if you actually want to follow his path. I could have written this better, but I no longer give a damn. But I am no longer giving a damn or trying to impress with my writing. Not after my last experience. Play your hand wisely. I then sent him an email, or not an email, a picture. And it was a picture of a conversation I had. Boom. Something I sent to Daniel. I was like, tired of Jews throwing me away. I opened a case with the Beit Din of America last night. It'd be nice to have people to talk to about what I'm going through rather than being treated like a wounded animal and kept at arm's length. It's kind of a jab at Daniel with that one. It's kind of how I feel lately. I adore him, but I feel like I'm being held at arm's length by him. I don't know. And then I go, at least I don't have to deal with the madness that he went through when he spawned in. I forgot to capitalize the second he. I go, he didn't spawn in knowing he was all-powerful, what he is, or that his will defines all reality as we know it, because we wouldn't exist for eons of his experimentations. He spawned in a place devoid of anything that could bring inspiration. There was nothing to inspire the first coherent thought or image in his mind. He was lost, alone, for several eternities. It took a long time before he made or thought anything. He still didn't know what he is. I mean, there was nothing. There was no reflected appraisal of any kind. There was nothing. There was no one. It was just him. He was lost alone for several eternities. It took a long time before he made it. Oh, he still didn't know what he. Every single thought he has ever had was inspired by something he did or he created. There is no external source for him. No YouTube, Wikipedia, libraries, or art galleries. Every single thought was original in the beginning of the beginning. Things went slowly, to put it lightly. He exists outside of time, so time is irrelevant and is only being used to help with the grasping of ideas here. I get YouTube, Wikipedia, and Safaria to help me unlock what's in my head. He had nothing. 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 He was alone for so long. And when he showed me what that was like, I bawled for a long time. It was just, I've never cried so hard in my life. It was, when he showed me a taste of what it felt like to be alone as he is, I cried. What he went through in the beginning of the beginning compared to what I went through in the cabin. The cabin was only a taste, so I could feel it partially. Absolute loneliness interrupted with little bouts of hope, only to be shattered. I'm assuming that is the previous versions of myself who failed, is the hope being dashed. He wants me to at least partially understand what it's like for him in certain areas, as best I can from where I stand. You know, I'm only human with a little extra that I still don't know what that means. You know, I was raised here. Human. Apu. Yep, elevate speech. We're not going to start talking about poop. But I'm so glad that Daniel talked me out of not removing the toilet from this camper, just so I could have more storage space. I love that toilet. And then earlier, I said respond. This offer expires very soon. I should have given them an actual time. I just want them to respond. I really need something to help me. Domino's Pizza. Last chance to carry out now. Deal ends on 6/8. Wow. $6.99. Large 2 toppings. That should just be the regular price, not a special. Just saying. I got to see my mom today. That was kind of nice. We have not gotten along a lot throughout our lives. We butt heads a lot. So it's kind of nice that in her old age, she's calming the fuck down. And as I get older, I'm calming the fuck down. We used to butt heads bad. I was watching a video earlier of Rabbi Shlomo Katz, and I dropped a bunch of info in the comments. I don't know. Maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't. I don't care. I've calmed down my comments a lot lately because this is a fucking point. I had comments on for my videos for a little bit there, for the music ones. It's been remedied. Yeah, sorry. Keep your piece of shit anti-Israel shit off my fucking page, you pieces of shit. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome on my page. You will all be exiles. Every fucking last one of you. Stay off my page. Your heart has already chosen for you. Nothing changes your fate. And if you should have been in exile, and you ignore the urge within you to take the exile, and you try to enter the temple, please, please, I look forward forward to meeting you. I look forward to meeting every last one of you. You will burn nicely in the pit of the unredeemable. Fuck every last one of you. You will burn nicely, and the scent will please him. But you will not be burnt on an altar. You will not be an offering. You are a discard. You are a reject. You are nothing. He does not want you. And it's my job to prune. Take the exile when the time comes. If you choose wrong and you try to enter, you don't walk away from there. You don't leave the temple. Your chance to take the exile is before you try to enter. Attempt those steps, see what happens. I look forward to seeing what happens. I've gotten hints. It's gonna be scary for you. Not the destruction, not the pit of the irredeemable. That's not the scary part. That because that ends pretty quickly. It's you enter. There's probably a brief bit of pain, and then you're just over. There's nothing left. There's nothing to experience. You're gone. All the pain you've experienced your entire life that has made you into a piece of shit. All that pain's over. Just hop in. It'll be over. All the pain you put on others because you don't know how to handle your shit. It doesn't matter once you're in there. But the fun part is gonna be watching you try and go up the stairs. Because he helps me with that. You will feel fear. You will feel fear and you will cower in the rocks. I look forward to meeting you all. Larky loves you all. Some of you